Hey, yeah, you'll notice I've got the pink feature wall because I'm in my bedroom. Right, last month I was in a bit of a bad place due to amitriptyline. I now think the drug's fully out of my system, but I do think that sometimes when you go into A&E and they say, right, we're going to try you on this, try you on that, without looking at your full record, sometimes you have to check what drugs they're putting you on. Talking about drugs, I've got a new one that I was put on, which is called spirolactone. This drug, I think, is helping me. It's a water pill plus it's hormonal based. I've been put on it by the endocrinologist. The only downside is it tastes like mint. Well, I can't stand mint. Apart from that, I think it's making me go for a wee lots more, which is always good because let's face it, with us as IIHs, we need to get rid of the liquid. I've always so that's one of my drug changes. I started that. Another one of my drug changes. I'm on that technically for polycystic ovarian syndrome. So if you have IH and PCOS together, I recommend that drug. I'm always going on about pain. It's probably because we have a lot of it. Now, I'm normally always on about gabapentin. Um, they've taken me off gabapentin. No real reason why, apart from I think my body was starting to get immune to it because the dosage, I was having to keep up in the dosage. So I'm now on a drug which I think is quite well used in America. I know it as pregabalin, but it's also known as Lecrila. So this is another drug that I would recommend. It is helping to a point. I think I need to go up to a higher dose, but with any medication, when you start it, you always need to find that happy medium. So that's another drug change I've had. I've come off gabapentin and gone on to pregabalin. The metformin's up, so I'm now on that twice a day. And the sertraline is down, which is the one of the antidepressants I'm on. I think that's all the drug changes I've had. So basically, in the morning, I have my contraceptive pill, my antidepressants, my anti-hay fever, or whatever they're called, my spirolactone, painkillers and metformin, and then I go the whole day, and then at night I have another metformin, another dose of pregabalin, and I'm still on one gabapentin. That will end this week. So drug-wise, now I'm feeling a hell of a lot more stable. I went to go and see my endocrinologist. Hello, Kitla. Sorry, my cat's here. He's coming on camera. Look. There's a world. Hello, world. Anyway, my endocrinologist, which is basically I went to the gynecologist. Gynecologist sent me to the endocrinologist. The endocrinologist has now sent me to the bariatric specialist. That's what it was. Basically, they're looking that in a year's time to give me bariatric surgery. I think that's what it's called. Basically, they're going to pull my stomach or cut my stomach apart or give me a bypass or give me a band, whatever it is that they do. Which I'm not scared of the surgery. I'm just a bit wary of the complications because I've heard a lot of complications. But I think if I remember back to when I had a VP shunt, before I had my VP shunt, I heard so many bad things. So many. So many. So technically, is it the same thing? You always hear the worst. You never hear the good stories, which for me, I like to think my VP shunt is a good story. And now you can't even tell I had half my head shaved a year ago. I mean, if I take my hair down, you can, but you can just about see it. But so I am thinking of getting my hair cut to that short, which is kind of scary. Short hair again. I was in hospital yesterday seeing one of my friends in the same ward that I was in, and one of the nurses actually remembered me, and she went, "Yeah, I remember you because you shaved all your hair off before the surgeon did it." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And I said it was actually the best move I ever made. And she said, "Yeah, it looked really, really good." And I now think the girl who's just gone and had brain surgery, she's going to copy me. I hope she does, because she'll look fab with like half of her head shaved. She really will look fab. So I think this month's video is a lot more upbeat. Still single, which is starting to do my head in. Done all the Christmas shopping, which was nice and easy, probably because I'm single. What was that noise? I don't quite know what's going on though. I mean, I am still having really bad mood swings, and before I saw last, because I always tend to go and watch last month's to remember where I was at to what's happened since. And I watched last month's, I saw how bad I was, and I thought, well, I'm not that bad. But originally, before I even turned the computer on, I was coming on here to talk about ups and downs, and how having a pressure headache can give you a real downer. Basically, I was an idiot, and I know I preach not to drink Coke, not to drink Pepsi, not to drink caffeine, blah and blah and blah. And I always preach that, and really I'm normally a good girl, but I slipped up last night because there was like this sandwich meal deal, and it came with a bottle of Pepsi Max or Pepsi and blah blah. I thought, oh God, I'm gonna Pepsi Max. So I had this bottle of Pepsi Max, and at the time it was great. I was buzzing. The caffeine made me bouncy, and I was like, bouncy. I was a very happy little bunny until this morning. Well, until last night actually, and then I was just like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. So kind of reminds me how careful I've got to be, or how careful we've got to be. I find it's really hard to stay being good, whether that's with my weight, with drinking caffeine. I think I've only had about 4 slip-ups this year, which, to be honest, is not even once a month. So I'm doing pretty good. The amount of slip-ups I have with my weight and eating the wrong thing is probably a hell of a lot higher. And the video says it's crashed. Great.